This month of July is bringing through a breakthrough energy that's going to change everything. And I'm not just saying that. With themes of independence and honoring your purpose, your mission, as well as a desire to want to be better and to be your best self. And areas of readdressing and reanalyzing your morals. This month is definitely an activation month, and by knowing these key themes that are currently present in our field, you can apply your wisdom and your awareness to these things so that you can come out in a state of mastery rather than misery. But that's not really the timeline we're on anyway. So I'm excited about this cosmic month, and once I share the things with you, maybe you will be too. So blessings and welcome to the activation vibration. I'm Heather. If you're new, then welcome. This is our cosmic energy update. I used to do these often, and now just tapping back in was called to, especially for this month, because it's like an activation month where it's like, we now do these again. I've been hearing the call, but now it's time. And if you're returning, then welcome, beautiful fam. Thank you for being here, and it's so good to be here in this space with you, activating this virtual portal. Truly always such an honor. All right, so let's get right into it because it's exciting, okay? All right, so first off, did you know that we are in the middle of an eclipse portal right now? It began in Taurus and it's ending in Scorpio, and it is the energies of Taurus and Scorpio. So in between this time until October 28th, which actually happens to be my birthday, very significant, definitely experiencing lots of personal transformation. But for the next few months, the theme is transformation and shift. And this month of July particularly really is the shift, where you will feel an amplified momentum and energy as the grand central sun has also shifted and aligned in a way that hasn't happened divinely for eons and centuries. There's so much astrologically, which really again is just like kind of the theme of our life this lifetime. That's what we chose this lifetime, but there are amplified times where it's like, okay, it's really intense during this time, lots of things. And then we have like times to cool down a little bit, but we're in that activation portal right now. So during this time, a lot is changing and transforming, especially in the themes of your luxury, your money, your desires, your passions, and your pleasures, as well as who you are on a deep core level, from the light to the shadow, the entire spectrum of you, clarifying and refining who and what that is. So we are really getting to know ourselves a lot better during this time. You may have even had a recent experience of some form of trauma or a resurfacing of a trauma to invoke this pause that happened prior and that has been happening, that's been requiring us to really recalibrate recently in the past few chapters, where you may have still continued to keep growing and evolving and moving past these things, and at the same time you may have noticed many more periods of pause and reflection. These situations that have been activated and brought to surface once again, or perhaps in a new way, has been to refine us on a deep cellular level. You will notice as you make it out of these things, as you evolve, as you transform, as you break through, as you harness your energy, as you anchor in the truth of who and what you are through these scenarios, surviving and thriving through these situations, that version of you that reveals in result, in response, truly is the best version of you. That is the version of you that is to carry out your mission, your purpose. So especially if you felt like you've been limiting yourself or holding yourself back in ways and preventing yourself from actually living your purpose, you will notice an amplified momentum to actually be more selfish this month. Now, I know that that word has a lot of negative connotations, but the sense that I'm referring to it is this honorable selfishness, where you are selfish with your energy and your time for the sake of honoring God. It is not because you are greedy or you're hoarding or holding. Instead, you are preserving and you are intentionally directing and channeling your energy and investing your attention and your focus. Because again, as we are in this amplified portal time, your energy, your manifestation abilities are also amplified. Being selfish so that you can honor your mission, your purpose, which is in return collectively beneficial. So this selfishness translates into a collective abundance. But you will notice yourself kind of like being a little more clear on your boundaries and what you're okay with and what you resonate with, and kind of lifting to a higher perspective to see these things where you can see them from a different angle and therefore clarify them. It may be that you need to clarify your boundaries in a relationship or the dynamics in a relationship, the way that you communicate to each other, or the way that you act or respond, promising to each other to not do something toxic anymore. Or maybe it is the full end of the relationship and honoring yourself, your mission, your energy, your time, your purpose, and no longer giving energy to that. And there may be some energies of like irritation or annoyance where you're kind of just like fed up with certain things, just kind of like over it, like just like actually nah, like just like nah, cut it out. Not for me, no thank you. And again, you're not being selfish in the sense of greed or rudeness. It actually is in honor of your mission and your purpose, where as you no longer give energy to certain things that activate a negative energy in you, or maybe a lower energy, something that you don't want to like build with and keep amplifying and feeding to the universe and plugging into, instead, then you have energy for what you do want to create. So it is a good thing. It is in honor of God. It is a love. It is unconditionally loving to love yourself, and thus you'll be able to love everyone else unconditionally. So as you are more selfish in honor of God, you will have more energy that will actually translate to wanting to be a better version of yourself. So you may already feel yourself wanting to have a better lifestyle, to incorporate something into your life that will put you in a better state, do more healthy things, more activities, and perhaps even just communicate and express in a healthier way. You most likely already feel it, and if not, you will definitely this month feel this calling and this pull to become the best version of yourself. It's like, all right, I'm with me, like I'm gonna keep being here no matter what, like days, years, they keep going by, I'm still here, like I might as well just do it. And lucky for you and for everyone, the astrological energy is also supporting that. So we will feel this momentum that comes from within and then again is reflected and magnified, multiplied externally so that we keep going. So this momentum, it keeps moving, it feels good. Let it feel good. Let yourself receive it. Let yourself accept, like, okay, yeah, all right, I'm gonna do this. Take responsibility in that way. It feels good to just like own it. So the areas in which you feel this calling to be more independent and perhaps even just claim your uniqueness even more, do it. Because like really, no one else is like you. No one else is going to be like you. No one can do what you can do. No one has the medicine that you have. Therefore, by you showing up fully and shining and being who and what you are, like to the fullest extent, whether that is just being more honest with family members and loved ones, or maybe it is sharing yourself more on social media, or creating a new business, or following through with something that you've been feeling called to begin or to start or to embody. As this energy comes through this month, let it take you, let it guide you. And of course, there's no need to rush. We always honor divine alignment, and we take action when opposing variables are in alignment. And yet when you feel the calling and perhaps don't necessarily know why or don't have too many details about it, yet you feel that calling, that pull, do it. That's what you want to follow, because the soul is subtle. The soul will not always scream and yell to get your attention. They are like whispers of the heart, angel whispers, guiding you accordingly. The ego will yell and try to distract you. And that's often how you can discern what is the voice of the ego and what the voice of the soul is if it is loud, if it is overbearing, or just doesn't feel good, it doesn't sit right in your body, it doesn't, like, the information doesn't compute fully, that's how you know it's the ego. It's like, I feel this. It's like, no, that's the ego. It's like trying to figure itself out. When you hear gentle, subtle calls and pulls that are alluring and feel familiar or feel attractive in some way, but you perhaps don't have all the facts, the details, the information, but you just feel this calling, this pull, or maybe you do have clear, tangible evidence, that is the voice of the soul. So follow those callings. And those callings are always what leads you to the quantum timeline, your highest timeline. Because yes, we are always on our divine timeline, and according to the divine plan, everything is always going to occur as it is meant to, meaning that eventually we will all get there. It's just that free will determines how and when we get there. But there can be detours, there can be distractions that come through. And when they do, we learn from them, we grow from them, we evolve from them, but we can also avoid them too. So by moving through that anxiousness or that mystery that the soul sometimes calls us to be initiated through, that breakthrough encodes within you and increases the potency of your knowing. You know more, you can feel more, you can see more, express more, understand more, and therefore embody more. And from that space, when you are embodying and acting, expressing, existing as your highest self, your best embodied version, you just naturally become that way. There's no more need to really effort intensely to do things. It just naturally happens. It's a part of your natural expression, your innate embodiment. Things just become. So life becomes easier and better, more fulfilling. And that's just really the vibe that we're working with. So as I mentioned, there's definitely going to be some form of shift this month. And it most likely will happen in the middle and towards the end of the month. Because again, we are gathering information and being propelled, uplifted with the energy of July. Whether it is highs and lows, and that is the activation of energy, regardless of pain and pleasure, we become more resilient, regardless, letting the challenges actually strengthen you and bring you more clarity. This shift will most likely come with a realization where some fact, some information, a detail, perhaps something that was hidden, is going to come to surface. It may be something that was hidden intentionally, or it may be something that you just didn't realize. Perhaps it was in plain sight and you just didn't see it, yet you are able to see it now. With this wisdom, with this knowing, this will amplify the shift. This may also be something that requires you to activate more of this honorably selfish energy in a positive way so that you can make adjustments and reassess, readdress things. And this shift may also be what encourages you to have clarifying conversations and perhaps just shift the way that you interact with someone. The agreements in a relationship or in a job, in some form of connection. There can be a little bit of temporary chaos that happens to kind of shake things up, but it will ultimately lead to harmony and alignment. To where you will afterwards be like, oh, okay, thank goddess this happened. I actually needed for this chaos, this energy activation to occur so that I could be shifted in proper alignment. It'll be something that you will be happy for. So there may be a little chaos, there may be a little challenge at some point, but it's going to be positive. And it won't be challenging for too long. It's not gonna last too long. It's very, very temporary. But it will most likely be in the realms of your personal understanding of yourself. Maybe you finally have taken action towards something at the beginning of the month, and then you clarify and understand it better, and therefore know your direction moving forward even better, and then that is that shift that actually creates and manifests the reality you've been channeling into. This month is also supporting releasing of energy, so if at any moments you feel called to just wide mouth open, just exhale, or even tongue out like Kali, doing some shaking, some movement, some free movement, trying something new that includes a new expression of movement for you. These will all be good because you will have energy that wants to be released this month. So supporting yourself in allowing for that to happen in a fun, cool, new way that also sparks a confidence just because you tried something new, that is an ideal way to channel this energy, and therefore it will overflow into other things that you want to do. So excited for this breakthrough. And just a reminder, sometimes we need to have breakdowns in order to break through. It's important to acknowledge that we also rise again and to not remain in the depths, in the shadows, hidden, limited, self-suppressed because of the past. Yes, we have breakdowns and we do break apart, but that is only so that we break through, fill with more light, and rise again. Shift the identity. Don't keep identifying with past phases. If you are ready to rise, then it is your time. And if this sounds exciting or feels exciting at all whatsoever, then you're ready. This is that confirmation. Don't keep questioning yourself. In every area of life, stop questioning yourself. Stop questioning yourself. Trust yourself. You know more than you realize. Sending you so much love and excitement, celebration for the shifts, the breakthroughs of July. And I'm curious, how are you feeling with this energy? Let me know in the comments below. Do you feel this amplified energy already beginning within you? Because often light beings and those who are meant to guide feel energies prior to them happening, prior to the majority of the collective, which I'm feeling like most of you are the beings of light that probably feel into these energies prior as well. So I'm curious, do you guys feel this energy coming through at all? Do you feel the breakthrough energies, and what kind of breakthroughs are happening for you? What are you ready to manifest? What are you taking action towards? Share in the comments below and we will amplify and activate the energy with a portal of manifestation, love, and divine intentions. May all your dreams come true. Sending you love and miracles always. Infinite blessings. Namaste.